Yo, yo, yo. All right. Make sure everything's working. We're good. We're gonna go over a recap for the day and also discuss some of my thoughts and things that happened today. I should have recorded this earlier, but I had a really long day of work and it's been very busy for me. But now that I have the time to do it, I'm gonna come in and go over all the different things pretty much. So today was a very obvious bearish delivery, but we were having very choppy price action play out. So why was it somewhat obvious, and why was I also looking for longs in this area? So as the day opened, we manipulated with this 1-day liquidity pool, and we had this previous day high, aka relative equal highs, standing here, which I was looking for. These guys right here. And because of those guys sitting up there, these relative equal highs, I was expecting price to dip back into this fair value gap, as I drew in some of my in my journal, to dip back in this fair value gap, and then continue to the upside and buy to hit those, which we just dipped through, inversed it, and then ran to the lows. So part of that bias played true. So as we manipulate the high here on this 2-hour, expand down, take out this as our doll. We'll just put doll here. And then run down the fair value gap. This is what I was looking for in this area. So as we run down, we manipulate this high here. And this is really the only valid trade I saw that was within, wait, never mind, 939. Yeah, I mean, it's 930 macro. Valid continuation that was within the model. And take in mind, all these other trades I took were technically in the model, but they're counter bias and they're reversal trades. So what I did was, let me turn on my execution so y'all can see. Because I'm 100% transparent, not trying to hide anything from y'all. But yeah, as you can see, down 300 today, which it is what it is. I'm not happy about it, but I'm glad I controlled my losing streak pretty much. It controlled what was going on. The execution. It should show it. I'm so confused. Why is it not? Wait, did I not save? Well, it's all around this area, so pretty much what I was trying to do was what I've told myself not to do is I was taking soup trades against the trend, by the way. So I was trying to catch a reversal in these areas. So we had the 945, which is 944. I took a trade there. I took a trade here. I took a trade here. What's nice is I was getting a lot of break evens, but it was just so counter trend. I was like, what the heck am I doing? But in this moment, take in mind, I couldn't tell because I thought we were playing off the CE reacting up and we are going to get some expansion. But also, my new rule is I'm not allowed to take reversals anymore because I have a significantly lower win rate with them. Let me actually show y'all what I mean by that, because I say it, but I want to show you. So I'm going to hide this screen real quick and show my other screen. But the frick. Nah, not right now. If I go to win rate, I filter by, this is some old information. You can see I have a 66% win rate. This right here. 66% win rate with continuation trades within the model. So continuation trades with soups, continuation trades with fair value gaps, and everything that has time. But if I go to my total soup trades, I have a 36% win rate. And that's pretty rough because I don't know. I don't know what the RR is on this. It might be like 2 something, or maybe a 36 with the 2 RR, or almost a 3. But I realized, like, hey, my strong suit is not in that. My strong suit is in continuation with the trend, where I'm going to be looking for, this is not enough data samples, but or I'm gonna be looking for trades that are gonna continue the trend instead of trades that are going against the trend and looking for a reversal. So that's kind of just to show y'all what I mean by that. Yeah, so I had those trades, break even, and just getting chopped up today. I don't know if I can show everyone, but it's pretty much in every macro you can think of. So what was this? 950. I think I took something here. I might have taken a loss on that. I pretty much traded till 10. And I'm lucky I had work today, so it made me get off. But it was like a light size crashing out trading, which is so dumb. 1001. I took a break even or loss here. So I was very good at managing my risk during this period because I was trading counter trend like this. But every time I would get a pop, I could just I was just break evening like here. And so I wouldn't actually take a loss until later, and I started tweaking it, actually getting worse fills. So, yeah. But what in reality, if I don't look at all this crap, I pretty much, what my expectations were, I dipped down this fair value gap. I was looking for some sort of reversal from here. So I saw that we were in this FEG. I was looking for us to dip, respect this area, and then expand up. Which I cannot force my opinions on the market. I have to let it play out. Especially after we inverse this fair value gap. And especially if we take the doll and we continue to take more dolls. We don't even reverse it, we get down here and take a larger liquidity pool. And in the first place, I'm not supposed to be even looking for reversals, so that's why I'm getting angry at myself. Because the simple trade is, what do I wait for? I wait for confirmation. So what do we have? We had a high put in. I don't know if this is with time, but we just had a high put in with the 2. So that's our manipulation. We run down, we have another high put in with the 938 macro right there. Then what is leading to me? We're obviously bearish. High and another high. So what am I going to expect after that high's put in? My bad, guys. A continuation. And that's all I need to take. So after this high's put in with this 938 macro, all I need to do is take a trade like this. Boom. High above either, probably just above the manipulation. High above the manipulation. My fill doesn't really matter too much, but obviously I would either want to get the soup trade, which is harder to get, I'm going to be honest, because it's on the manipulation leg, or wait for displacement from that manipulation and just take a trade like this. Just take a freaking 1. And then set my stop here and let it trail. So maybe I can catch 2, and obviously you see, that's all I need, especially if it goes this far. Let's trail like that. Instead of chopping around taking these like reversal trades, we just continue the trend, especially for a big trending day like this. So that's what I'm noticing. I'm not going to take the beginning of the move anymore. I'm not going to be taking something that's, I'm not taking that manipulation. I'm waiting for it to happen, and I'm taking the expansion afterwards. So, and I described this before to y'all, but I'm making it a rule of myself. Oops, where's my area? So I'm letting that play out, and I'm only taking this expansion leg. So, yeah, that's the new rule. I'm not going to trade manipulation pretty much. So let me see how the other days I could have prevented that. So this day, obviously, we had our manipulation and we had our manipulation, but what am I just trade expansion down? And I'm not going to trade this internal, because what's stupid is all these soups here are they're just dolls. Like this soup is a doll. I mean, we had a reaction, but it's a doll. This one's a doll. This one's a doll. They're not being treated as soups because we're in a buy program. When we're not in the, if we're not in the program, it's not going to actually be a soup until we get to a key area. So they're just going to be used as dolls the whole time until we hit like a key area like this. Then we start expanding in a different direction. But that key area has to have some sort of catalyst, like an SMT, or the start of a buy sell program, market maker models, in order to start transforming into a different direction. So it's going to be kind of a long video. I'm just breaking down, what time is it? Yeah, it's not too long. I'm just breaking down what I'm doing and what my rule set are. Let's go into. I want to look at the other day I traded, just to see what would I do in that area. Okay, so this day was expansion, obviously. What was it? I did trade this day, but I did end up looking at it later. So what the simple thing is, okay, so after we establish this trend, don't mind all the drawings. Let's see how this plays out. After we establish the trend, where's it establishing from? Well, we have this manipulation here. This is pretty far down, but manipulate here. So we're bullish from that area. And it's also hitting a key level, I remember, down here. And we keep expanding. We have our manipulation. And then we just start running off open. And obviously, we hit a liquidity pool here. Where was it? No, we didn't. But we're still looking for something up here. So I'm not going to be an idiot. So if we're looking for a target, let's say this is our doll up here. Why would I be like trying to look for a reversal here? Like I'm obviously going to look for a continuation into this FEG and expanding to that area, which does happen. Literally like the drawing. I don't know if the doll was there or not, but you get my point. Yeah, it was. Dang, it's like perfect. Y'all get my point. But I'm just sick and tired of taking reversal trades. Because I'm not, I can take a continuation soups, but not the reversals. I'm gonna let that happen and take everything that happens on the upside to that area. So, what else was I gonna discuss? That's the new rule for me, at least. Obviously, y'all gonna have your different ways you trade. This is just how I'm gonna approach this model. We're only looking for this leg. See this leg right here? This is a displacement candle. I'm only looking to trade that. I don't care about this freaking soup up here. Whatever happened, I don't care about that, okay? You can trade that if I obviously catch top freaking TikTok Aura Farm trading right there at the top, but I don't care about that. All I want is this. I just want this leg here, this candle. I don't care about the open high. I just want the body, because that's what a continuation is. Obviously, I do care about my entry, and my entry does need to be a open high into an area. Yeah, obviously that, but not the actual manipulation for the day. So I know that's going to yield me, and from my current collected data, I know it yields me almost a 7% win rate just by doing that and aiming for 1 to 1, 1 to 2. So why would I change that? Why would I go off of 40% or even 30% win rate and have to take so many dang losses in order to wait for that big win when I can get a more consistent equity curve like that? Especially for prop firms, because prop firms, you need that consistency. You can obviously trade this way, but for me, it doesn't fit my personality type. I can't handle taking all those little losses. I mean, you see what happened today. I start crashing out. And so I need to do something that allows me to get more time in the charts and then just like take the trade, the easy one. So what are we implementing now? So this text, we're only taking continuation trades. I have my rules for the day, but it's pretty much like 2 max loss on the day, which I probably only take like 1 to 2 trades. That's the rule. 1 to 2 trades is going to be what I'm be taking anyways, because that's all I need once I establish a trend. What else? I'm not trading manipulation. Even if it's a soup, I'm going to let it expand from the area first before I take it. Or high time for manipulation. Like, I'm not trying to trade this. I'm not trying to trade that. Because that could just go, it could just keep going, It's harder to trade than distribution, because distribution is one-sided. But I will use this as a confluence. What else am I implementing? So this will allow me, because it's lower R, I'll get more chart time involved. And I have like an hour to 2 hours a day to trade, or an hour 30. So I like coming in. I just like allowing price to play out more. So if I can come in a day, say this is the day we have like a London manipulation and we start expanding in the New York session. What am I looking for New York? I'm just going to take a long. I'm not going to try to catch shorts at this level here. Or I'm not looking to trade the London manipulation here because the London could just keep going down. I'm looking to trade what is already established. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, so what else am I going over? This is a yap video, but I wanted to really discuss everything. So on from this day, I'm going to be risking around $200 per trade. That gives me 10 losses before I blow the count, which is I can't even hit 10 losses with the way I'm trading. If I'm trading continuations properly, I'm not even going to get near 10 losses in a row. It's going to be like max maybe 3. But if it's a high win rate system, there's no way. Like the thing with reversals is, yes, I could take 10 losses in a row depending on my system. But with that, the continuation trading, I can't because my win rate's so high. So if I risk appropriately and I only take displacement legs, and I take short RR, 1 to 2, let the trail the rest. And this is what I'll explain to y'all. I'm not only taking fix 1 to 2. Like I think I mentioned to you, Kevin and Christian. Like if we're displacing up, sorry, this is cooked. But hopefully you just get the point. Here, I'll just do an RR stay point. If this is my trade. If I'm tapped in here, blah blah blah, messing around, and it starts displacing up, I'm gonna trail at 1, and then just let that bad boy run. Like if it comes down, taps me out, great, I got 1R. But if we keep displacing up like that, I can trail as we go, get 2, get 3, get 4, get 5, and maintain that with a high win rate. Because at the same time, I'm always going to be locking in that 1R or that 2R. So when days they're super expansive, especially like something like this day, when they're super expansive like this, it gives me more room for catching trades, for big trades. It's just like a higher trader, like somebody that would have traded this manipulation instead of the leg, because they get a better feel. So there's downsides and upsides of both, but I do believe the upside for low R will benefit me more because it's more consistent, and that's what you need with prop firms. Yeah, boys. I think that's the gist of the video.